Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to our last final lesson, which is the 22nd lesson. It's about a very important rule, which is al-mamnu'u min as-sorf. You can see that there are not so many tamarin, and that will be. Wait a second. Oh, mashallah. That's not the last lesson. Anyways, welcome to the lesson that comes before the last lesson, and this is a very important lesson. This lesson is about certain rule which is called al-mamnu'u min as-sorf, and it's really important in the future. You'll use it all the time, so let's get into it. حامد طبيب. Hamid is a doctor. وزوجته مدرسة, and his wife is a teacher. اسمها آمنة. Her name is Amina. And you can see that it doesn't take tanween, and there are many words who don't take tanween in this lesson. You can see all of them. And why is it so? Well, to find out, let's take a look at the book of explanation. It says in the beginning, we have learned several groups of nouns and adjectives which do not have tanween. Yeah, and the tanween is omitted in the following cases. So there are basically three main cases when tanween is omitted. The first one, when the noun or the adjective has alif lam, like kitabun, it has tanween. Why wouldn't it? But once we added this alif lam, there is no tanween. The same goes with mudaf, like something that is possessed. In this case, kitabu bilalin. Kitabu is something that's possessed. Bilal, it's the possessor. So in this case, kitab is mudaf, and it never takes alif lam, it never takes tanween. And the third case is when it's preceded by ya. For example, ustadun. But once we added this ya, ustadu or ustad, tanween again falls down. And yeah, that's the main cases. This is easy. You've learned it many times uh, because you have reached the 22nd lesson. So yeah, you know it perfectly well. But there are certain nouns and adjectives which have never tanween, or which never have tanween. They are called al-mamnu'u min as-sorf. You may write down this term. If you have to, you can write it down 5 times, 10 times, but memorize this term because it's used a lot. Al-mamnu'u min as-sorf. You'll be asking the teacher, for example, why this word doesn't take wow, and he'll just say al-mamnu' min as-sarf. You already know what's the reason. Or again, you can say manajilu. Why doesn't take tanween? And again, the teacher will tell you al-mamnu' min as-sarf. That's it. That will be enough to explain why it doesn't take tanween. So yeah, memorize this term. It's called al-mamnu'u min as-sarf. And we have learned in this book the following groups of nouns and adjectives which are al-mamnu' min as-sarf. And it's true. All these groups, there are 9 groups of al-mamnu' min as-sarf. We've learned all of them in this book. Some of them we learned in the 2nd lesson, in the 5th lesson, in the 8th lesson, in the 15th lesson, but now it's all in one place. So let's take a look what they are. The first one is feminine proper nouns. Feminine proper nouns. So like feminine names. Aminatu, Zainabu, Khadijatu. You see, it's feminine proper nouns, feminine names, and they never take tanween. Just like here. Ismuha Aminatu. We learned it in the probably in the 3rd lesson. So yeah, now it's here. The second group is masculine proper nouns ending in ta marbuta. So yeah, we've got men's names, or yeah, masculine names, but if it has ta marbuta in the end, it kinda looks like feminine. Of course, it's not feminine, but it kinda looks like because it has ta marbuta in the end, and usually words that have ta marbuta in the end, they are considered to be feminine. And therefore, proper nouns that are masculine but has this feminine ta marbuta in the end, they also don't take them. That's how it is. The third group is masculine proper nouns ending in an. And by the way, what is a proper noun? Proper noun is a noun that names a particular person, which means a name, or some place, like a city, for example, or a certain thing. So yeah, like Uthman, it's a proper noun because it's a name, masculine name. So Uthmanu, it ends in an, and then it's mamnu' min as-sorf, it never takes tanbih. So yeah, the fourth group is fa'lanu, adjectives from the pattern fa'lanu, like kaslanu, malanu. Again, never takes tanbih. For example, ghadbanu, angry, atashanu, thirsty. They are also in this group. The fifth group is masculine proper nouns of the pattern af'alu, ahmadu, anwaru. The sixth group is adjectives on the pattern af'alu. So before that we've had the same pattern, but it was masculine proper nouns, but now it's adjectives like aswadu, ahmaru, black, red. These are the adjectives. The seventh group is non-Arabic proper nouns like Williamu, Londonu, Pakistanu. They don't take them in because these are the names of certain places. That's why they are proper nouns and they are non-Arabic. Williamu, Giorgio, Maiku. Okay, how do you say that? Yeah, Giorgio, Williamu, Londonu. All of these are proper nouns and they are not non-Arabic, therefore they don't take them in. And the eighth one is about broken plural of certain patterns, like أفعلاء, أصدقاء, أغنياء, أقوياء. They all match these patterns. أفعلاء, أصدقاء, أغنياء. The pattern is the same. Therefore, it doesn't take the beat. The same goes with the rest of the patterns. فعلاء, فقراء, زملاء. You see the same harakat. The same harakat. ضمة, ضمة, فتحة, 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 فتحة. Then these prolonged, also, and in the end, in the end, I mean the hamza, وزراء, وعلاء. We see the pattern is absolutely the same. And the same goes with these two patterns, مفاعل, مكاتب, فنادق, مساجد. مفاعيل. Here we've got the additional ya. فناجيل, مفاتيح, مناديل, مفاعيل. These are 8 groups of the al-mamnu' min as-sarf. And I strongly advise you to memorize them. Because I remember our teacher would assign for us memorizing these groups, but I didn't memorize it at first. And then we went, or we moved to the second level. I would ask the teacher why. For example, kaslanu doesn't take tanween. He would be like, okay, we learned the rule. Oh, first of all, he would answer. But when I was asking these questions again and again, why aswadu doesn't take tanween, he would say, like, Akhi, we learned this rule in the first level. Remember that, and you were supposed to memorize it. Now you're asking these questions because you did memorize it, right? And this how I felt a bit ashamed, of course, because that's not a good way to respond to teacher's kindness. You know, he's putting efforts into benefiting us, and he just gives us certain assignments, and I didn't do this assignment, and he just saw that. It was awkward for me. Yeah. So, anyways, just memorize these groups of al-mamnu' min as-sarf, and you will benefit from it. And write down these patterns, and again memorize them. Of course, it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. That's fine, but memorize it and you will benefit from it, I promise you. So yeah, that's it for this lesson. That was a very short lesson as usually, and it's gonna be like that until, I don't know, inshallah, until we, as long as we are studying. So yeah, in the next lesson, inshallah, we will get into this lesson, and we will take a close look they what they wrote down in this lesson. But until then, inshallah, I will see you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.